Welcome to Come Back to Nature. On this episode, we're going to be exploring a few things that are super exciting. This time of year, it's April, the end of April, and we're going to be talking a little bit about spring ephemerals. And spring ephemerals are the plants that come up in spring, and they're called ephemerals because they don't last forever. So they're going to be gone pretty shortly, or you won't be able to see them as much. And this time of year is great because the leaves on the trees haven't fully fleshed out, so they haven't shaded the understory. And we're going to be looking at the understory because the light now is still coming down, and they have a chance to bloom, and they have a chance to grow, and they're super cool. And we're going to check out some of these really cool, exciting plants that you can only see at this time of year. All right, we've got a couple of really cool plants here right now, and this is one that people are probably very familiar with. This is Virginia bluebell right here, and you can see the woodlands a lot of times, they say, full of these beautiful bluebells kind of going around, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Later in the year, you won't see them as much. The flowers will go down probably in the next couple of days, and the leaves are these thick leaves right now, and they're very, very kind of cool and distinctive. Right next to it is something that's really neat. It's also found a lot of times. It's got this umbrella look. This is May apple, and May apples come up, as the name suggests, in May. They're actually a little bit early, but they sometimes can stay up for a little bit longer. But we're very lucky because I believe on this one, we've just got the beginnings of a fruit on it. And the fruit is edible, only when you get it perfectly ripe. I've never been able to find it at the point where I can eat it, where it's edible. The rest of it is not edible, by the way. But these are really cool. So if you see these kind of umbrellas amongst kind of the woodlands of the forest, they are May apples. This really exciting one is called Jack in the Pulpit, and this is the flower of it, and as its name suggests, it's very much like the idea of when you were in church. So this is the flower in this little one, and it's got these 3 leaves right here. These sometimes can get a little bit larger than this. This is a small one, but it's very exciting to be able to find this, and again, you won't be able to see these much later, so it's kind of a good time to come down and check these out. All right, so this one is something you might be familiar with. This is actually a geranium. This one is wild geranium. And a lot of people tend to plant a lot of geraniums in their gardens, but this is the wild type, which is actually the stuff that like the pollinators really love. And you can see it likes shadier areas. So if you've got a shady garden, this is actually a great plant to put in your garden if you can get the wild type. I mean, geraniums are beautiful anyway. And then just behind it, kind of like in amongst the May apples that we saw earlier, this one, this kind of heart-shaped leaves, I don't know if you can see that, but there's multiple of them right here. That's something called wild ginger. Wild ginger also is a native plant, and it's really good for like shady areas. It actually is a great ground cover as well. And it's great to find a ground cover that actually is a native plant, and it does really well. I do find that if you do actually have these in your garden, and you can buy them from places like Possibility Place Nursery and other native nurseries as well, it's good. They need a little bit of water as well. They tend to be the first ones that kind of shrivel up if they kind of haven't got water, and so you know you need to start watering the rest of your garden usually if that's the case. But wild ginger, geraniums, they're awesome plants, and they're really good for your garden if you can put them in, and pollinators love them also. We almost missed this one because I actually thought the flowers had gone over, but this is trout lily, and you can see the flowers on this side are right there. They're starting to go over partly because of the heat today, but you can tell by these kind of like slightly variegated leaves that almost are kind of like a little ground cover as well. And you can see them in different places, again here at Lake Catherine, but other places around the forest preserve as well. But check this one out, it's really lovely as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode of Come Back to Nature, and just right now is the time to get out, check out all these beautiful spring ephemerals, wherever it's at Lake Catherine or wherever it's your local forest preserves. Go out there, see what's actually out there, because they're really beautiful plants and they only last for an ephemeral amount of time, so go check them out.